Look at the zombie. Roar. Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Jeff again coming to you from the Mindcrack server. 2014, man. 2013 went by awfully quick. Ugh. As you can tell, I'm actually working on right now fixing this floor in the morgue, and I think I've got a color scheme that probably will look okay. It's just taking me a little bit of time to go get all the wool and such that I need when I do this, but I'm pretty sure a gray, or excuse me, a black with just some gray sprinkled in it will actually give this thing the best lighting, or the best visual look that I want with the light level as it is. If you also notice, I'm holding... Oh, I only got 6 gray wool. That's annoying. If you'll also notice, I'm holding some light blue stained clay. Based on a suggestion from somebody, they thought that the gray, or excuse me, the blue, would look better in the hospital for the walls than what I'm currently using. So it didn't give it that, what they called a medieval look, which is absolutely accurate on how it looks in there. It does look like a... Well, that's weird. It does look like almost like a medieval type of thing. So hopefully I will be able to find a good color scheme in there and change some things out. And I think the clay actually might work as well for the ceiling to give it some definition and things like that. But for now, let's put this wool away. Put my dyes away and I'll put my wool away, and we're gonna go look at what that looks like here. I do have a decent amount of this clay built up in a chest that I have, so the amount of clay that I need is not a worry. It's just making sure I get the right color scheme, because unfortunately with clay, once you turn it a color, you can't turn it back. Like wool, you can change colors on multiple times. Clay, you cannot. So just in case I'm in here when it gets dark, let's do that. So right now, I mean, this is the basis of how all this stuff looks. So let's start something over here with the clay. So that was my little storage area. I kind of want it to be hidden, but I think I'll need to give it at least 2 blocks wide. The one thing I don't like about the clay is that you can't... How deep are these things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the wall. So like this is the main scheme of this. I'm trying to see how this is actually going to look. Did I give it a 3 wide window? I thought it was only 2 wide windows. So no, I guess they were 3 wide windows. And this side actually wouldn't need a window. You don't need to look in the storage room. See, I'm not sure because it's not the right color, which is what's kind of annoying. And then I'd have to give it some other type of definition in the corner. So this is opposed to what I had before. I'm not sure how much this matches. Maybe when I put in some of those blue glass, and maybe I can also test just straight up the blue, but the blue, because this is light blue, correct? Yeah, this is light blue. The blue looked extremely purple. I could give it a green. I think I have some green over here. I don't know if the green will look right, though, on this hospital. It's really hard to find. I don't have much green. I have a little bit of this lime stained and green clay. I have plenty of... Here, you know what? Let me get some different color schemes together and come back to you guys, and I'll build a couple of them, and we'll see what one we think would be the best color for this. So I'll be back. Well, attack of the creeper again. I snuck into here. Good God. I snuck into here, and a creeper decided to drop down from up top. I think I heard another one. Where are you at? Oh, God. Well, this place isn't safe. I think partially because I covered up some of these. Oh, I don't even have torches on me. That's dumb. But anyways, since that's not what we're dealing with here today. Man, he blew up so much stuff, too. Oh, I gotta come fix this. But either way, I've got a bunch of colors here that I made. So this is the light blue clay. Let's see if I made it out of... These things share a wall, right? They do. So that'll make it look interesting from the inside. But let's try a green one. Because I'm not assuming the green's going to be the greatest color. But at least you'll be able to see it from the top, hopefully. I can't put a block up there. Ugh. So doorway. So like this. Here we go. Not that one. So this would be a green room. Let me get some blocks on my bar and finish this off right. Can't do that, of course. I can give it a top. So that would be a green one. I don't think that that is going to be a color scheme that I will be going with. This also needs to go. I don't think that'll be a color scheme I'll be going with. This is just the straight up blue as opposed to the light blue like the other one is. I mean, I have to admit that this does not look bad. I just don't think it matches with the colors that I have going on in here. It looks more cartoonish almost. This is cyan, which actually looks like a nice little gray though. So the cyan I think has some potential as I decide to take a lot of damage. Let's see how this is going to look. Run. Run. Oh, you're outside. Okay. This is where I had the floor is not the right height. So I got to get rid of these blocks as well. There. Get rid of those. I actually need these. So let's put this torch down actually. Just somewhere randomly. Collect these, and I can use these to go repair that front area as well. There. Yeah, but this the cyan stained clay, shockingly to me, is more of a grayish color, but it's because of the color scheme that it starts with. Like that. So that actually may not be a bad color to go with here. And then this is black stained clay, which is very brown looking. Which again, may not be bad. Let's take a look here. And they don't have to have windows either, but oh, that looks pretty sweet. I like the look of that. So those are my clay options. If I was going to change this thing out to clay, I'm thinking the cyan is going to have to win out for patient rooms. And I'm not even saying that patient rooms are going to necessarily look like this. I don't have to line them all up exactly on this wall, though this wall probably actually looks just fine with it like that. Let's do this so we know what we're seeing. I could put something in the corners. I'm not really sure what I could put here to still give it that definition, because over here, you know, I had these cobble pillars. The cobble pillars actually still might not look bad with that color. Let me go. Oh, it's turning night out there, isn't it? Oh no, the night's about to go away. Okay, so now I just need furnaces to fix this thing and fix this wall. So if I do that, though, the question is, if I were to change out my ceiling as well. So let me get up top here. And let's assume that I'm not going to use this, but instead I'm going to use a different type of clay block for the floor. The brown floor may not look horrible. I'm going to run out of this stuff, unfortunately. Well, since I kind of know that... Man, I'm taking a lot of damage. I would say that I know that I'm not going to use this particular one, but I don't know. It doesn't look bad at all. I just don't... I don't know what color to go with in here. But how does this look? So that does not look bad from a ceiling perspective in contrast to this. Let's contrast it the other way, actually, and see what it would look like if I were to use this cyan stained clay as a ceiling on top of the brown rooms. I do have to watch out because this is really hindering my ceiling space up here. Oh no, I guess it's not too bad. Fire suppression in every room. Because this is not a bad looking floor. But it's not really about the floor, because I could carpet the floor with whatever color I kind of wanted it to be carpeted with. Well, it's really hard to tell because this is... So, I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you think of... If I was going to change my rooms out to one of these colors with a matching ceiling scheme for this whole room. Because remember, whatever I put, if I choose one of these clay blocks, it's going to be the whole ceiling is going to be made by that. Unless I decided I really wanted to go with these. Actually, those might not. Double half slabs may not look bad either. So many choices. So many choices. Let me take away... I don't have enough of this stuff for really the double half slab that I want to show, but... Because I want to give it something that's going to make it fit. I mean, that does match the floor exactly, though, which is the... Oops. Which is a big problem. That is not a bad looking ceiling, though, is it? I'm going to leave this up to you guys. You guys tell me, of all these colors, which color scheme do you think is the best color scheme that I should go with? I'm leaning toward this gray for my rooms, but I'm not sure about the ceiling. This gives that gray a nice contrast, even though I can't really see that contrast. Let me go get some more. Some more of that stuff, and we will see. So, guys, interesting thing about language. The way people use certain terminology, while I'm getting this stuff, I figure I'll just tell a little story. The way people use certain terminology is really funny to me, especially when you're in the, whoops, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for, especially when you're trying to put the best spin on something that you possibly can. Let's see. Let's get rid of this blue. I'm not using this blue. It's just too It's too much. I think the green has a great purpose, but not in that particular room. Because upstairs is the pediatric ward, so, or it's the inpatient ward, but I can make a pediatric section of it, and I could use some crazy colors on that, so I think that would look good. Oh, I was going to put these blue windows in as well. But about language, people use certain terminology in order to put the right spin on something that they need to. I mean, people do that all the time. I went to my fire station on Wednesday night, and we could not go in to put our stuff into the bunk rooms when we got there, because they just had signs on the door that said, like, do not use, do not enter until further notice. And we're all like, that's odd. What's going on there? And it turns out it was because I asked the house manager, and I was like, so what's going on up in the rooms? And he's like, oh, you can't go in there until after, after 6 o'clock or after 6:30 or whatever time it was. And I was like, okay, why is that? Oh, well, we sprayed for bugs. And we do occasionally get a bug problem in our fraternity house. In my fire station, we get a bug problem there sometimes. I mean, it happens. And I was like, okay. And I was like, is it just that time of year again or what? See, that doesn't look bad at all. That's a nice contrast there. I still like the look of this. Oh, but while I'm doing this, let's put some of these windows in. Did I only grab 4 windows? Is this 2 or 3? This must be 3. I need some more of these. Ah, hi fella. I better drink this because you're gonna kill me. There. Gotta find a workbench. Do I not have a workbench in here at all? That's annoying. But he said, no, we're preemptively or preventatively spraying. It's that many across. He goes, we're preventatively spraying the room for bugs. And I was like, okay. And he goes, yeah, somebody had their dog here and it had fleas. So the fleas got all over the house. So we're preventatively spraying for bugs. And I was like, wait a minute here. I was like, you cannot tell me that you're preventatively doing something if it's already happened. That is not the right terminology. And he's like, no, we're preventatively doing it to make sure that there's no fleas. And I'm like, but you've already verified that there were fleas within the fire station up in the rooms. And he's like, yes, preventative. I'm like, you can't say that terminology. So we were joking around for a long time about post-emptive or post-entative spraying and whatever terminology could use. He wanted to use that terminology as not to make it look like we'd already had an issue. And as much as I understand saying that, oh crap, I don't have enough of these to finish that off just to look at it. But that looks good. Even with the blue tint and everything, I think that looks pretty good. That ceiling looks great, but the problem is the ceiling looks just like the floor. And that's what I don't like about it. But I guess it doesn't really matter, like I said, on the top end, because I can put the carpets down and it can be whatever it wants to be. I'm thinking I'm leaning toward this for sure. Obviously without this border here. But I'm leaning toward this for sure. But yeah, language is a funny thing. Like, saying that you're preventatively doing something because it already happened is not really preventative anymore. It's like saying that you're preventatively casting somebody's leg to protect it because it's already been broken. No. You're casting the leg because it was broken, not to prevent the breakage. Like, that's just not the way it works. I thought that was funny. We all had a good laugh about it at the fraternity house. I don't know why I keep calling it a fraternity house. We were actually talking about how similar fraternities are to fire stations this weekend as well. As I've stated before, they're very much quote-unquote boys clubs. Lots of girls are in them, but it's definitely, boys clubs for sure, and everybody definitely agrees to that, but in a fun way, not in a bad way, in a very fun way. So I've been playing some very, very little on the Play Mindcrack server. Today was the first time I actually went on there and got a chance to play some of the mini games. And man, I gotta tell you, that thing is fun as hell. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am enjoying it, because I can't wait to get back on there. Actually, after I make this video, I'm probably going to jump back on there and play some more. I don't understand most of the games yet, because I've not been one who played on a lot of minigame servers in the past. I've always wanted to go play on the Hypixel server, as I see everybody's videos and stuff of it, and it looks like it's so much fun. I just never had the opportunity to. And by opportunity, I just mean the time frame, not that I was not allowed to play or anything like that. Just the time frame didn't fit into what I was doing to go jump on that server and try more things, different games and things like that. So I'm really excited now that the Play Mindcrack server is out there, because I'm going to make it a point to get on there a lot more and play some of the mini games with people. Because man, I played some Barnyard Blitz earlier and it was great. I played some survival the day before for maybe like 15 minutes, and I think the 2 rounds that I played, I was out first in the second round, and the first round that I played, I actually lasted a while, but it was because I ended up spawning somewhere where nobody was at. So I aimlessly was running around for a very long time looking for people to actually have combat with. And when I finally found somebody, by that time I was geared up with like all chainmail gear and iron sword. I think I had a bow and a lot of arrows, and I killed like 2 or 3 people just from a distance with that stuff. And then the second somebody got like in close combat with me, I was dead. I was like, oh, that was fun while it lasted. But yeah, I had a great time playing on there, and cannot wait to get back on there. But at the same time, I really want to get this stuff finished, and I think my phone is going off. With this new ringtone that my phone's got and everything, I'll answer it momentarily. Not quite yet, and unfortunately, there. I was trying to reach in and hit the button in my pocket, and I wasn't quite getting a hold of it, so... Oops. I really want to get this thing done before I end this video, because I want to show you guys what the floor will look like, but it's going to take me a little bit of time to get some more sheeps. Because I'm so close. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here. So let me just give me a minute to get some more stuff and finish this floor off, and then we're going to call this episode good. But I want you guys to see it and tell me what it looks like. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, I changed the pattern up a little bit, but I think I like it. What do you guys think of this? Now, with the lights on, it doesn't look like anything special, but remember, this whole place is meant to have lights off. And I think this gives it that spooky, eerie feeling that it didn't have before. So, I have changed the floor in the morgue. It is nice and dark down here, and it still will not spawn mobs, which I think is pretty awesome. But you guys let me know what you think of this. Let me know again what you think of my new scheme for the hospital and which color I should be going with. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm leaning toward the cyan blue today, even though it's gray with this ceiling, because I think it looks good. And on the top, I could do carpet of whatever color I want to do up there. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know, because like this stuff, I think it looks pretty good. But at the same time, you're right. It looks medieval. I've used this scheme in a lot of things before. This straight up gray doesn't really change it too much either from that. So maybe you think that the brown would be a better choice just to give it some more definition or contrast, or who knows, maybe you like one of these and you'll let me know why it looks better than something else does. But I think this looks pretty good though. So let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time.